going on, guys? Welcome back to United View. How is everybody doing? Yes, this is Manchester United versus Crystal Palace, the match view. I know, I'm worried as well. I'm worried as well because my record on the match view is, to put it bluntly, horrific. I have been witness to some of the worst results this season on the match views. So when Flex asked me last night, can you do the match view tomorrow? Because KG's in Manchester. That's why you've got me today on the match view. Is KG's in Manchester? Of course, they've been celebrating Flex's birthday this weekend. So they're down in Manchester, or they're up, depending where you are. They're in Manchester for the game today. So obviously we're going to have fan views with Flex and KG, which will be a lot of fun after the game, as always. If you saw the road trip, well, the walking trip, if you want to call it that, earlier this morning, that was a lot of fun as well. So We'll see about that. But yeah, my record when it comes to the match view, oh dear. Oh dear. Look, there it says, VK says, Owen to break the watch along and Old Trafford, Owen and KG to break the watch along and Old Trafford jinx. I hope so. I hope so, VK. VK. As soon as I heard, like last night when Flex went, can you do it tomorrow? I thought, I don't want to lose. I don't want to lose. Oof. But as always, guys, let me know where you're watching from. Be sure to smash a like and subscribe. Thank you, everyone who has subscribed recently. 90k, we hit it yesterday during last night's stream, which of course I'm taking full credit for. That's all me. It's all me. It was all me. Nobody else. No, of course I kid. But how are we feeling about today's game? We'll get into team lineups in a second. Of course, it's 2 o'clock kickoff. And it's one of those annoying Sunday games, and the same when you have those 3 o'clock games over here in the UK where it's not on television. I'm sure we've got such a global community here at United View. I'm sure lots of people in the United States or Australia or India, South Africa, wherever you are, I'm sure you're probably able to watch it. For us over here in the UK, it's not completely possible because of just the bizarre laws around, televising all the games and all that kind of stuff. But we've got you covered. We've got you covered here. So don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Big ups. Miko says, big up Owen, watching from the Philippines. Appreciate that. Christian says, Colchester, Essex. Weeming says, 9:45 p.m. here in Singapore. Wow. It always just, it always opens my eyes when it comes to the global community we have. Eagle-Eyed Football, of course, the Crystal Palace fan in the house, says, Owen, your lineup gives us a chance. Well, it's a great segue, that. It's a great segue, that, Eagle-Eyed Football. Let's talk about the starting 11. There you can see it right there. It's Ralph Rangnick, of course. It's his first game, so it's his first starting 11. And he has named an unchanged lineup. Yes, an unchanged lineup from the game on Thursday against Arsenal, the 3-2 victory over Arsenal at Old Trafford. So you can see it right there on the screen. David De Gea in goal, Diogo Dalot, Victor Lindelof, Harry Maguire as the centre-backs, Alex Telles as the left-back, Fred and Scott McTominay. McFred survive, yet another manager. It's now Ollie, Carrick and Ranić that have selected McFred. And then you have, by the way, it's the same formation as well. It's a 4-2-3-1, which yesterday in the preview we spoke about, I expected to see. Didn't expect to see an unchanged lineup, but that's what we're dealing with right now. So the front three, if you're behind the striker, are Jadon Sancho, Bruno Fernandes and Marcus Rashford. And then Cristiano Ronaldo up front. So the sun in the mud, when aren't they? To be honest with you. But the sun in the mud, they were reporting that Ronaldo was injured. He might have been injured, but he certainly recovered in time. And if he says he's ready and he can play. So Cristiano Ronaldo does start, no problem with that. A couple of interesting ones when it comes to the bench. There are some changes when it comes to the bench. Wan-Bissaka comes back in on the bench. Of course, he was out of the Arsenal game because of a hand injury he sustained against Chelsea. No Jesse Lingard and no Anthony Martial. Now, again, I've been sort of scrambling to get everything ready and going for this stream, so I haven't seen the reasons why. If you know the reasons why, let me know in the live chat and we'll discuss that. But no Martial, no Lingard. Of course, people are going to be like, no Martial, no Lingard. Well, Lingard's definitely leaving then. There was that report yesterday, wasn't there, about Lingard already getting a contract offer from Newcastle to make him like the highest paid player in the club's history, like way more than, I think the highest paid player at Newcastle, I think it's Almiron, who's on like 100k a week, which by the way, That's a lot. That is a lot. But reportedly, Lingard will be making way, way, way more than that if he were to go to Newcastle. So he's not on the bench today. People are going, and the same with Martial. But I would assume they're both injured. I would assume it's far less salacious and far less, tinfoil hat than that. I would assume they're injured, which is what David Lee's saying. Big up David Lee. Big up the moderators, and always our Presidente of the free seats here. So you're safe with me. So they're saying they're both injured. Or Jesse injured, Martial ill. There you go. So that's the reason they're absent. But you do have Anthony Elanga on the bench as well. Now, there was a story. There was a story, I think it was like late yesterday evening, early this morning. Obviously, Rangnick's only had one training session with the squad, and it's the majority of the squad is the squad that didn't play on Thursday. And reportedly, Rangnick was really impressed, really impressed with Anthony Elanga. And it kind of adds up there, doesn't it? It adds up certainly that not only was he really impressed, but he's put him on the bench. And that's exciting. That is exciting. When it comes to the unchanged lineup, I thought there would be changes, not just because it's Ralph Rangnick, first game, different manager, different players, all that kind of stuff. I thought there would be changes in the lineup, not so much in the tactics and the formation, all that, but I thought there'd be changes purely because we played 48 hours ago, or whenever it was, 48 hours ago on Thursday. So I thought we must, we talk about recovery time, etc., but we haven't. So that is. That's certainly interesting. I didn't expect that. I really didn't. Like I said, I thought maybe Donny would get a chance. Donny on the bench again. Donny van der Bench continues. So that is a really curious one. And it's going to be interesting now if, like I said before, we do have to manage the expectations a little bit, I think, when it comes to Ralph Rangnick as to what to expect in this performance. But certainly, if you're playing the same lineup, the same tactics, you probably should expect a similar kind of performance, and I think that's what we'll see. I expected to see that anyway, but yeah, the unchanged starting 11 did kind of take me back a little bit. I was a little bit surprised by that. You can let me know what you think in the chat, as always. Let me know. We'll get your comments up on the screen. So what do you think of that unchanged lineup? Surprising, certainly surprising. It's interesting. Vera says, I don't like the lineup, but we got to wait and see. Antonis says, we'll get an idea of his team and tactics against young boys. So it does feel like, doesn't it? It does feel like a lot of people are just sort of saying, let's not overreact, which is pleasant to see, which is absolutely is pleasant to see. Kristen says, never change a winning team. Marcus Adams says, expect a loss again, no change as the others predicted. It's a con, he's a con, it's a farce, it's control. Wow, Mark, didn't take long for Marcus to turn. Well, look, we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see. And to be honest, I think Rangnick, he did manage those expectations in his press conference when he was saying, like, I can't radically change things overnight. I can't, So we shouldn't expect radical changes overnight. As I mentioned yesterday, I don't think today, again, it will be particularly pretty. I don't expect to see heavy metal football. I don't expect to see all that kind of stuff. I don't. All that matters right now is results. And I don't know if you've seen the list of games that Ralph Rangnick has. There's certainly grounds to be optimistic there. There really is. There's no top six sides until I want to say March or whenever. The next top six side we play, I mean, technically we play West Ham. They're in the top four, so you have to give them that kind of credit. But the next sort of, traditional, shall we say, top six side we play is Man City, and that's in way in the future. So it certainly is possible. It's possible we could go on a bit of a run, but they could be famous last words. They could absolutely be famous last words, and I'm very hesitant to be like, oh yeah, we're going to absolutely batter, blah blah blah. We're going to go on a run of winning all of these games or whatever, because you just never know. You never know, especially with Manchester United nowadays. We'll have to wait and see. Fat Thor says, if you want Owen's winning streak to start today, hit the like. We've got to start somewhere. I do have a win under my belt. I've done 3 match views this season. I did Cristiano Ronaldo's first game, which was a 4-1 win. So we'll take that. Take the side that only just won their first game yesterday. We won that. Then I did Liverpool, which didn't go well. Then I did Man City, which didn't go well. So who knows? Maybe we can get the big win today. Fingers crossed. David Martin says maybe he'll bring Donny and Elanga on earlier if Rashford and McTominay are doing poor. Maybe that is an interesting point there. That is an interesting point there as well. VK says, Owen, I can see Ralph Rangnick converting Elanga and Ahmad as fullbacks. Speed, control, skills, and composure. Again, and then Christian says there, I just hope we develop a style of play, and I think again that will. I think that will take time. That will certainly take time. And Geordie Tune for Life says, careful, Owen, you can go off people up the tune. Hey, they got a victory yesterday. Fair play. The goal by Callum Wilson was a great finish. I have no idea what Nick Pope was like angry about or whatever. He dropped the ball. He dropped the ball. I have no idea what he was on about. And speaking of like bad decisions, have you seen that penalty decision that was given in the Dortmund versus Bayern Munich game? What a farce. What an absolute farce. And then Jude Bellingham comes out, states a fact, by the way, that the referee involved had been done for match fixing or bribery in the past. I think it's like 2004, 2005. Then we're hearing this morning that apparently like criminal complaints are being filed against him. You know, like that game, I'm not saying, like, again, I'm not saying corruption in that game because they're pretty heavy accusations, but bias, absolutely biased in that game. Like they got a penalty against them, which was a joke, and then they had the Royce one that wasn't given. Oh, it was ridiculous, wasn't it? It was absolute ridiculous. Hopefully, we see better refereeing today. But it was ridiculous, absolute ridiculous. Wayne Rooney's in the crowd there. I'll get my headphones in a second. Now, it must be said, actually, I asked for the scoreboard to be updated, and I don't know if it has been. So we'll see. Let's get the old headphones in. And be sure to smash a like on the like button, as always. Be sure to subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. Scoreboard hasn't. It's got the Arsenal logo on there. There, my finger cuts off. I don't know why. It says Palace, but it's got the Arsenal one. I can't change it, so it is what it is. Fat Thor says, Owen, which is the better celebration, Ronaldo's Sue or Nani's flip? Haven't they both technically been injured doing both? I recall. Is that right? I don't know. But what's our predictions? Last minute predictions here. I should have called Flex or KG. I left it too late. We'll call about half time. I think in fairness, it's been a busy sort of 24 hours for them. So, but we've got everything ready to go. So fingers crossed it all works. Okay, because you never know these match views. Michelle James says 2-0. David Lee says 2-1 United. Kristen says 2-1. It's going to be one of those games. Let's just hope we can get through it together. let's just hope we can get through it together. Antonio says, exactly, forget the Ronaldo Sue and forget Nani's flip, my Sue, which is not, the whole big Sue. It's the, hey, Sue, you're right, Sue, like bumping into Sue in the supermarket. You've just popped to Sainsbury's, Tesco's, Waitrose, depends how sort of fancy you are, I suppose. And you just go, you're right, Sue, how you doing? That's my celebration, Sue. Hey, Sue, enjoy it. Have a good one. So we're getting ready to go here. Players are in the tunnel. Again, we'll sync up clocks in a second. Again, it's an untelevised game, so it's one of those ones. That's always just very frustrating, isn't it? Again, if you haven't seen the team news, we could do like a last second team news thing again. Makes us feel very official. Let's go to the starting 11 again briefly. That's the starting 11 if you haven't seen it again. David De Gea, Diogo Dalot, Victor Lindelof, Harry Maguire, Alex Telles, Fred, Scott McTominay, Jadon Sancho, Bruno Fernandes, Marcus Rashford, Cristiano Ronaldo, unchanged from the team that defeated Arsenal at Old Trafford. And then, of course, you've got the subs. No Lingard, no Martial. Injury and illness prevents them in the lineup. Ralph Rangnick, of course, his first game as Manchester United interim manager. And Owen Sue still on the screen. Out come Crystal Palace. Fat Thor says, I was just thinking about Shearer's hand raise. That was so boring, but I still remember it. Do you know what was actually like a terrible celebration in retrospect? Robbie Keane. Robbie Keane with the weird cartwheel and the whole pew, 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 pew. That was just, thinking about it now, I think people enjoyed it, but it was terrible. It really was terrible. I'm not a fan as well of the Memphis, fingers in the ears, all that kind of stuff, like silencing the critics, silences the doubters. Kind of the reason that you got doubters or critics makes is because, like at Man United, you did fail. I think Memphis Depay is a decent player, but for me, Memphis Depay, there he is. There's Ralph. Memphis Depay is the typical sort of modern day football player, in that people make Instagram reels of him doing a flick or a kick with the same song over it, and then say what a great player he is. And it's like, well, I'd rather they win things than appear on Instagram. You know what I mean? Victor says, Owen, when you were a player, did you have a signature celebration? I played in goal, Victor, so I didn't really have a celebration. And I certainly wasn't going to be doing an Aaron Ramsdale whereby, catch the ball, high five, guys. Yes, come on, get it, I caught the ball. Like Roy Keane, that's your job. Pat Thor says Ben Jarney was another strange one. He did the whole pointing deal, didn't he? That was always a bit of fun with a bit of the point. Players are out on the pitch, though. As I mentioned, be sure to smash a like on the like button. It's going to be a busy day today. We've got, obviously, the match view. Afterwards, we'll have DJ and myself on the match reaction, Flex and KG at Old Trafford today. So we're going to have plenty of fan views after the game as well. They're always highly entertaining. Matt says, where's KG? He's at Old Trafford. He's in Manchester. As I mentioned, Flex and KG did a road walk, pavement walk, whatever you want to call it, earlier today, which was highly entertaining, it must be said. But kickoff is nearly ready. This is the time where you want to make sure that you get your scoreboard right and you get your timer right, all this kind of stuff. Wayne Rooney's there, Dennis Law's there. I'm sure Sir Alex is there as well. But come on. Let's start this. Let's start this new era well, right? Let's get this going. Let's have nothing. No drama. I just can't be doing with it. There's Sir Alex. Come on then. Come on. Harry Maguire playing. Yeah. Matt says Zaha will be dangerous. Absolutely. Every time he plays United, he's got a point to prove, doesn't he? Absolutely. Cool says Gomi, the bear crawl. Was it Gomi? Yeah, the bear crawl. The one who used to do at Swansea and all that. He's still playing, still scoring goals today. As I mentioned, we will start the clock once we get kickoff so we can all sync up as best as we can. But as I mentioned, it's untelevised, so, we try our best. Taking the knee, as you should, absolutely. We're off. The brand new era of Manchester United, the Ralph Rangnick era of Manchester United has begun. I almost forgot my words there for a second. I want to turn up my volume. I can't hear anything. But come on, let's have a bounce. What are we going to see that's different? Probably not a lot. Probably not a lot. Are we going to see that's completely different, to be honest with you? But we'll wait and see. So Crystal Palace have the ball earlier on. Let's see. Are we going to see a press? Not really. Ronaldo tries to close down the keeper. Palace still have the ball. Benteke has it now. Wayward pass. Bruno Fernandes passes back to David De Gea. Kouyaté looks down though. He's down already. That can't be good. Vera says, I'm a bit nervous. Hope all goes well. You and me both, Vera. You and me both. Kouyaté's already down. Fred clips him. To be honest, like I don't, the waywardness in Fred's tackle there for the opening minute. Jeez, Fred, you need to calm down a little bit there. So it looks like the referee. Weird. David had to sort of give the ball to the referee and then he had to drop it. Anyway, we're back underway already. Harry Maguire stepping out of defence. Passes it to Alex Telles. Long ball up to Rashford down the left-hand side. Looks to take on the fullback. He's going to go past him. Ooh. Sound like Gary Neville, don't I, already? It's a slide tackle. He's given a corner, but some of the United players want a free kick. By James Tompkins there. I think he gets the ball just, but he was struggling. You can see Rashford's going past him. Oh, does he get the ball? I don't think he does, actually. The ball does not change direction at all. Either way, we've got a corner. Anyway, Manchester United corner. 2.5 minutes in. Bruno Fernandes over the corner, not Alex Telles. Telles has been taking some of the corners recently, hasn't he? So Bruno over it is certainly interesting. I don't know if it's just because it's on the left-hand side. Bruno Fernandes goes short. Rashford. Back to Bruno Fernandes. Edge of the box. That's Jadon Sancho. That's Telles. Strikes it. Oh, it's wide. Short corner though, Manchester United. Oh, and we're going to be doing this for everything now. Oh, it's a little bit different. It's a little bit different. I'm not going to go full KG, start saying it feels different, anything like that. But yeah, nice work short corner there by Rashford and Bruno. Works it all the way out to Alex Telles. Has a shot from near the D. And drags it wide. Keeper was never in trouble there. Oh, win it back here. We didn't even see that because of the replay. It's in the box. Jadon Sancho, Cristiano Ronaldo. Oh, another corner by Manchester United. Did we see a press? Did we see a press there? Oh, that was nearly a press. That's exciting. So another corner. Bruno Fernandes stepping over this corner as well. Good start from Manchester United. Let's make it count here. I don't think we'll go short this time. Fernandes puts the ball in. Oh, nearly went to Maguire. Gallagher clears. Now, Wilfried Zaha's got the ball here. We need to make sure that we don't get stuck in this counter-attack. Gallagher again. Fred wins it back or puts it out for a throw-in. Good start. Good start, United. There's Ralph pacing the touchline. And Taylor says it feels different. Hope it's not a placebo. I hope so. I really hope so. The Devil's Advocate says, don't expect too much from this game, der Professor. I did German as well at GCSE. We'll teach these lads in time. Let's get the win, Owen. Wunderbar. Yes. Willkommen, Ralph. Spieler Fußball. I was trying to think what Sunday. Montag. I hadn't done it in so long. Montag, is it Dienstag? Mittwoch? I can't even remember. My German teacher will be fuming at me. Owen. Der deutsche Scheiße. I'm sorry. It's been a while. I'm rusty. I can just say Spieler Fußball. Score a goal. Ein Tor geschossen. Let's have a look at this formation, see how United are lining up here. Is it the 4-2-3-1 or is it the 4-2-2? United, though, they are pressing there. McTominay wins it back. Nice. Better. It's a bit of a press there by Man United. That was good. We won it back. High up the pitch as well. Lindelof. So United, then Crystal Palace tried to play it from the back and United won it back straight away. That is different. That is very different by Manchester United. I was too busy trying to remember German that I wasn't paying attention to the game, which is a good start, isn't it? Bruno went long, got blocked there. Is it gonna stay in play? Harry Maguire has it. Go back to the keeper. It took a while there. Jeez. United playing out from the back. Maguire. United played that out well. Just about. But even when Maguire's playing out from the back, you just don't feel confident. He looks so awkward, doesn't he? So awkward. Rashford tried to find Fred. It's gone out for a throw-in. But that press there from that Crystal Palace goal kick, that is encouraging. That is encouraging. We haven't seen that. As far as the formation, Anton Foster saying it is looking like the 4-2-2-2. We'll have to wait and see there. We haven't really had we haven't really got there yet. Steffi Jenks says, Bitte Owen, ein Tor gemacht, das Ball geschossen. Ah, right. You did a goal, and you shoot the ball. It's not bad though. You can tell that's sort of GCSE level German. Zaha's put in Benteke. It's got to be offside, surely. Yeah, the offside flag does go up. But United roll it out quickly. Here we go. It's gone long straight away. Tellers goes long to Ronaldo. It's a great ball. Ronaldo tries to put in Rashford. That was quick transition up the pitch though. Palace go long again. Maguire let it go. Fred wins it back. Gallagher's on the ball now, centre mid. It's a nice tempo already to this game, not exactly slow. Ich habe ein Hamburger gegessen. Yes. He ate a hamburger. Good. This is what we'll do the whole game. Try and speak sort of broken German. See if United go to press once more. Ronaldo pressing. Ronaldo pressing. Look, United, they're absolutely pressing from the front. I don't think you can argue about that. United win it back again. Put Palace under pressure. McTominay. Pass out to Bruno Fernandes. Marcus Rashford. Edge of the box. Cristiano Ronaldo. Ronaldo. Oh. Took it with the left foot. It was a shot, but Bruno Fernandes very nearly got on it with a header there. But certainly a bit encouraging. Certainly encouraging. It's more of a press. I don't think it's perfect by any stretch of the imagination. We're only 8 minutes in. But there certainly is more energy in winning the ball back. That's twice that Palace have tried to play out from the back and United have won it high up the pitch, which is what Ralf Rangnick wants. So only to see this after a couple of days is encouraging. Whether or not we can keep this up for the entire game remains to be seen. Fred will win it back again. Jadon Sancho. Bruno Fernandes. Out on the left, which is curious. Maybe we are seeing a 4-2-2-2. Fred tries to put it in the box, headed away by James Tompkins. This is Chiati on the ball. Was it Ayew? Shifted out to the right-hand side. Mitchell. Good ball. Zaha. Edge of the box. Takes a shot. Held by David De Gea. Christopher says, Tellez is having a good start defensively. Maybe the press is better suited to him than staying back worrying only about defending. Tottenham already 1-0 up from Norwich. They're ahead of us on points. They sacked their manager way before us, which is crazy. It's a great goal by Lucas Moura, no doubt about that. Out wide on the left-hand side with Tellez once again. Plenty of room to run into. Puts it inside to Bruno Fernandes, who certainly is coming in off that left-hand side. Sancho's actually very central. So either it's the 4-2-3-1, but those three have the license to do what they want, or it's a 4-2-2-2. Marcus Rashford, left-hand side, near the corner flag. Tompkins puts it out for a throw-in. David Lee says, like, share, and subscribe, guys, please. Absolutely. Be sure to smash a like on the like button. Be sure to subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. 10 minutes gone. Still Manchester United 0, Crystal Palace 0. Good start by Manchester United, though. McTominay. With a pass to Fred, kind of. Palace firmly have everyone behind the ball right now. It's going to be interesting to see what United are going to do in this situation. Dalot. Haven't seen much of Dalot on the ball just yet. Had a great game against Arsenal, though, midweek or Thursday. Arguably his best in the United shirt. Bruno Fernandes, Marcus Rashford. That's quite a tight space. Rashford goes down. Referee gives a free kick. Took his time giving it as well. Free kick. Who takes it, though? Ronaldo or Bruno? Ronaldo. When was the last free kick he scored? Is it literally the World Cup in 2018? Where he abandoned the Ronaldo stance and just side-footed it top corner against David De Gea, ironically. I feel like that might be the last free kick. He might have scored one with Juventus. I don't profess myself to be a regular Serie A watcher or viewer. Plenty of people standing over it, though. Bruno Fernandes, Cristiano Ronaldo, Alex Tellez. Ronaldo's doing his stance. I mean, this is the distance that does suit Ronaldo in his style. It's further enough out that you can get the dip, but his record of free kicks is just horrendous. It really is horrendous. True Indian says, yeah, Ronaldo hasn't scored a free kick in the last 2 years. I know. It's terrible, isn't it? His record's terrible. But this would be a good area. If anything, I would probably fancy him out of these guys, just in terms of the shape and the angle of it. I think Ronaldo is going to have it. I do. Kristen says Tellez should take it. It would be a good angle for Tellez, actually, left-footed. It's going to be Ronaldo. Strikes it. It's safe. Conversion. Over the bar. I tell you what, if Ronaldo, when he decides to retire from football, he should go in like the NFL. He'd be a great punter. He would. He'd be a great punter. Imagine all the field goals he'd get. He'd get field goals all the time. I saw, this was a while ago, this was a couple of weeks ago, I was watching a Green Bay game, and the punter just missed 3 consecutive field goals. Ronaldo'd be great at it. You know, like Harry Maguire saying, when I retire from football, I can't do a Harry Maguire impression, by the way, but when I retire from football, I want to go into the NFL. Ronaldo should as well. United, again, this time Palace went long. United win it back. This is Jadon Sancho, now on the left-hand side again. Everything coming down that left-hand side. Tellez. Cramped in that corner. It's a Man United throw-in. Good start by United, though. Really good start. A couple of pot shots by Crystal Palace, Wilfred Zaha, but we've certainly had the majority of the ball. Ranić's obviously looking for control. He wants to control the game. So this would appear to be some form of control. Fred sprays it out to the right-hand side. Diogo Dalot. Rashford with the overlap. Rashford goes backwards. McTominay. Fred. We're going backwards a little bit here. Continue passing the ball forward. Maguire puts it out to the right-hand side. Dalot heads it down to Rashford. A space now. Good pass by Rashford. Fred. Bruno Fernandes, bit of space. Are you going to put it in the box? Dinks it. It's not good enough. Keeper comes out, collects it. But it's been a relatively dominant opening by Manchester United, certainly. Winning the ball back. Because again, goalkeeper throws it out immediately. Bruno closing him down. Well, they try the press, but Palace beat it there. This might be a bit of trouble here. Good pass to Zaha down the Crystal Palace left-hand side. Now squaring up to Dalot. Zaha puts the ball in the box. Out for a corner. I tell you what, Zaha just did Dalot absolutely easily there. It's completely put him on toast. That was frighteningly easy. Wait a minute, is there no... What's the point in that then? So we don't have all of these games on television, but the only game for Super Sunday is the 3:30. You could easily have this game on TV. Ugh. Woobing says NFL helmets might not fit Maguire's head. Ball in the box by Palace. And it's a foul on Victor Lindelof in the end. So United defend the corner well. Not a foul on De Gea by Fred. A foul on Lindelof by James Tompkins. So nearly 15 minutes gone in this first half. How is everyone feeling so far? Do you like what you see? Can you see any difference? Are you encouraged by the first 15 minutes in the Ralph Rangnick era as Manchester United interim manager? Let me know your thoughts. Josh Wearing says, morning Owen from New Jersey, you can already see the control element with our organised pressing, and we have definitely spent 30% of training on set pieces, haha. Hashtag Ralph era feels different. I'm not going to go into too much of feeling different because I could just see it biting me in the arse. So we'll wait and see. But in terms of 15 minutes, relatively controlled, and that's what I mentioned yesterday. I think that's what Ranić was looking for. That's a short pass by McTominay. It's a bad pass. Christian Benteke, Lindelof dove into that tackle, wins it back. But that's Dalot just, I don't know what that clearance was, but it's gone straight back to Crystal Palace. That's my issue with McTominay, is I feel, we've said this before, Fred does fit into a Ranić style. He can press. McTominay, his passing is suspect. I know Fred's is, but Fred's will keep it relatively simple. It's a shocking pass by McTominay. And it's going to be interesting to see how long this team lasts. Again, this entire starting 11 played against Arsenal on Thursday. I understand they're professional athletes, but this is elite level football. Manchester United once again have the ball back. Dalot goes all the way back to David De Gea. Victor says, we look way better than before. Antonio says, I'm not asleep. Something has changed. Well, there you go. Cool says, press is good. Sancho seems to have a free role. I like it so far. Yeah, Sancho's in the middle quite a lot, isn't he? Bruno's on the left, which is interesting. A long ball attempted, headed away by Palace. And once again, Palace have the ball here, and United have a committed press, no doubt. And may have won Manchester United a throw-in. Again, another press. Ronaldo wants the ball back from the ball boy as fast as possible. He's not going to get it. But that press from the front is working. We've won it back a couple of times high up on the pitch. Palace have made errors already. My only thing would be, can we keep this up for a full 90? But that's why you've got your people on the bench. Throw into United. Cleared by Palace. Sancho now on the left-hand side. 1-2 with Cristiano Ronaldo. Sancho coming into the box. Puts it to Rashford. Oof. Nearly went to Cristiano Ronaldo again. Palace clear it, but straight to Victor Lindelof. Still high up the pitch for Manchester United. Maguire. Rashford. They're still in these situations, you'd want the tempo to be slightly quicker. But United have had a decent start. Bruno Fernandes into the box. Cristiano Ronaldo, is he onside? He's gone out for a corner. Referee doesn't. Oh, the linesman hasn't put his flag up. Was he off? It's tight. It's very tight. I think with the newer VAR, you'd probably get the benefit of the doubt, I think. Very tight, though. And that's why, I know that rule is frustrating about the flag going up late, but that's why in those situations you wouldn't put the flag up straight away. You let it play out because those ones are very tight. Bruno Fernandes wants to get over the corner. Puts it in. Oof. Ronaldo peeled away, but it was headed away by Palace. It's going to go out for a Manchester United throw-in down the right-hand side. Christopher says, look at the high line. Hopefully we can contain Palace and don't get caught on the counter. Well, that's the thing, isn't it? Palace, as long as this is 0-0 or even 1-0, Palace will always be in the game because, like you say, we've got a high line and they look to be playing on the counter-attack. Dallo with the throw-in. Bruno Fernandes shifts it out to Dallo once again. Left-footed, crosses it in. Ronaldo with the header. Oof. Good cross by Dallo. Ronaldo gives the thumbs up. But I'm seeing positive things. I'm seeing positive things from United. Again, certainly, I wasn't actually sure if I would see this high press immediately, but we have. We have seen this high press pretty immediately by United, which is exciting. No real clear-cut chances as of yet, though, it must be said. But encouraging signs again. It will just be how long can we keep it up for. Palace trying to play out from the back. They managed to this time. Ah, oh, come on, ref. He let it play on. I know he's trying to play advantage there, but they passed the ball. Just because they passed the ball and the other player hasn't got it, you played the advantage. Don't give it back. Dennis Law in the crowd. The great Dennis Law. Again, we've seen, I think, Rooney, Law, Sir Alex, all in the crowd today for Ralph Rangnick's first game. Oof. He's gone past two players there and passed out immediately for a throw-in. PJ says you're 1 minute behind. It's an untelevised game. It is what it is, PJ, unfortunately. That's why we've got the clock there. So if we are a bit behind and you're a bit ahead, you can sync up, do what you want. It's one of those things, isn't it, unfortunately. Zaha turn goes out for a throw-in also. 20 minutes gone. Still Manchester United 0, Crystal Palace 0. Abdullahi says, I think it's 4-2-2 with Bruno and Sancho interchanging. I think it might be, Ball over the top. Ooh, nearly went to Rashford. Goalkeeper comes out to get it. Manchester United win a throw-in. I'm DJ Thomas says, Owen, you still have the Arsenal badge on your scoreboard. Love the channel. I know. I asked for it to be fixed, but it hasn't. So I can't do much about it. If I had the actual file, I would change it, but I don't. So, one of those things, unfortunately. It wouldn't be a United View match view without something being wrong, right? So, we're doing what we can. But bear with us. It might change midway through the game, I don't know. But we'll wait and see. But I am aware. Lindelof. Passes it to Maguire. Fred turns. PJ says, pressing is good, but De Gea made 2 saves while Palace keeper made none. I think that's the thing, isn't it? That's the thing. There's encouraging signs, but they still need to be converted into chances, don't they? They need to be converted into chances and ultimately goals. Winning the ball back's great, but that was sometimes the problem under Ollie, wasn't it? You would say, United had a lot of the ball, but what did we do with it? We didn't have many chances, or the keeper didn't have to make any saves. So That is something to bear in mind, certainly. Trying to go down the left-hand side again doesn't work. Crystal Palace throw in. I'm quite surprised. It's quite a and again, it might be different in the ground, but from what I can hear, it's quite a quiet atmosphere at Old Trafford. I thought the atmosphere would be a bit more bouncing for Ralph Rangnick's first game. It is a bit quiet, isn't it? Lindelof, ball over the top. Marcus Rashford, is he onside? He might be off. No flag. Or Ronaldo has a shot. Keeper makes a save. Did the flag go up eventually? Ball over the top. I think Rashford was on. He was played on. Certainly good decision by the linesman. Cuts it back for Ronaldo. Shot straight at the goalkeeper. G421 says, remember when we only started playing after 20 minutes? We've been playing well from the first minute. It's true, but we need to make it count for something because there will be a drop-off. Because of energy levels of not being used to pressing this much, but also because we played the exact same team on Thursday. So there will be a drop-off. We need to make it count early on. We've won the ball back high up the pitch once again. McTominay this time. Bruno Fernandes. Fred. Ronaldo. Scott McTominay opens up. He's going to put it out wide. Where's the overlap? There's nobody there on the right-hand side. He's had to go back to Victor Lindelof. Lindelof now shifts it out wide. Good pass to Diogo Dalot. Puts the ball in. It's a great cross. Ronaldo. Oh, it's got over his head. Great ball there. Sancho cuts it back to Fred. Oh, blocked by James Tompkins. Good play there. I tell you what, the cross by Diogo Dalot was absolutely tremendous. Great cross by Dalot there. That's what he can do. That's absolutely what he can do, Diogo Dalot. That's why a lot of people have been saying, get Dalot into the side. He's got that crossing ability about him. But good start by Manchester United. We'll take it. We'll absolutely take it. How is everyone feeling about the start so far? Mohammed says, the key is subs, Owen. As you said to Flex, if the right subs are made at the right time, we can keep this pressing all game. I do think that's the key. I agree. I do think that's the key to United here. Fernandes puts the ball in. Oh, headed away. Kouyaté has the ball again, pressed by Bruno Fernandes, goes out for a Palace throw-in. Musikiland says, great start. Mai says, we look like a better team already. So there's a lot of encouragement. Like we said before, you've got to turn it into chances and goals. Christopher says just that. As much as this is a good start, unless we capitalise on it, Palace are going to stay in the game just like we did against Chelsea. Hopefully, we take the lead before half-time. I agree. And to be fair, this happened a few times, didn't it? With Ollie games this season. We play well. I think specifically, against Villa or against Everton. Periods of the game we played okay, but we didn't make anything count. So long ball, Ronaldo heads it back. Bruno Fernandes. Oh, it's a good save, but... Gaeta tips it. Well, I wasn't sure if that was going in. So long ball there. Ronaldo just holds the ball up with a header. It's coming to Bruno. It's a half volley. It's bouncing difficultly. I can't speak. But keeper tips it wide. But keeper's made a couple of saves now. One straight at him, one there. Again, United, apart from those, couple of Zaha shots earlier on, it's been all Manchester United. Fred switches it. Dalot. McTominay. Dalot goes all the way back to awkwardly. There you go. About awkwardly. Difficultly. I don't is that a word? Cuts it back. Ronaldo. Oh. Scoreboard changed. It did. It's changed. Yes, we have the correct logo in it. So that's big up Josh. Big up Josh. He is a graphics wizard and genius. Sancho running into the box, puts it back. Rashford, McTominay, edge of the box, has a shot. Blocked. Good block. I tell you what, it's last-ditch tackle stuff by Palace at the moment. No doubt about that. Crowd getting behind the players now. United. Goes back to David De Gea. I mean, what did Ranić say? What did Ranić say about control? He wanted to control the game. We've certainly controlled the game. The only thing missing at the moment is a goal. Leeds are 1-0 up against Brentford. It's a good goal as well. Well, after they head it out, they should have been able to cross it back in again. Jadon Sancho now down the left-hand side once more. Sancho passes it. Tellez puts the ball in the box, goes out for a Manchester United corner. Got to make this into something. Steffi Jenks says, at least we're spending most of the time in their half, but we need to convert the chances. Agreed. There is encouraging scenes, but we need to convert into something, because Palace, they're still in the game and they're going to be playing on the counter-attack. Tellez with a cross this time. Ronaldo heads it. Ronaldo's claiming for a handball. I don't think anyone else was. Tellez once again puts it in. Headed away. Bruno Fernandes, he's going to have a shot, put it out wide. Oh, it wasn't the ball. Bruno tried to put the ball back in the box. The pass was to Rashford on the right-hand side. Ronaldo was appealing for a penalty. Are we going to have a look at it? I don't think we are. This is the Bruno Fernandes chance on the half volley. Keeper tipped it out wide. I thought they were going to show a replay of Ronaldo's penalty, but we haven't. But nearly half an hour gone. Still Manchester United 0, Crystal Palace 0. Encouraging signs by Manchester United, but it doesn't mean anything if we don't get goals. Long ball aimed at Rashford, put out for a Manchester United throw-in. Mohammed says you can see the difference in the fullbacks helping and Fred and McTominay pushing up and assisting rather than giving the ball to Rashi and Bruno and look for Ronaldo. We are playing more like a team. I would certainly, like I said, there is very encouraging signs. Certainly from the press, certainly from Bruno and Sancho interchanging, swapping positions. So sloppy pass by Fred, goes straight to Zaha. Was the referee giving a free kick? What for? He's saying that's a foul. Jeez. Timika says, Ronaldo will score. I have that feeling. Ray Diaz says, watching this, though, you can see the ideas of Manchester United, something you didn't see before. There does seem to be a clear plan at the moment, which certainly is encouraging. No doubt about that. I agree. But like I said, we need to make it count. But it is absolutely encouraging. Vat Thor says, with one train the brain session, you can see such a big difference. Yeah, absolutely. Again, you have to remember as well, like Ranić, like he said, we're talking about one training session here. And not even a super physical one. It's a foul on Fred. It's a booking. Fred's down there. It's Klein who gets the booking. Fred looks to be in a bit of pain here. Let's have another look at this. Oh, it's nasty. That is nasty. I know we got a booking for it. Are we going to have another look? Oh. Have another look at it. Ref, you going to have a word? Have another look at it. I know we got a yellow, but that's nasty. That's high up. I'm not sure how deliberate it is. There's Ralph Rangnick talking to McKenna. Are we going to have another look? I think it's got to at least have a check. At least have a check. We've seen people get sent off for worse. I'm not encouraging people to get sent off, but... No? You're not going to have a look at it? They would in Germany. Well, they probably wouldn't. Depends if you're a Bayern Munich player or not. Fred looks to be all right. It's a nasty one, though. It was a nasty one. Surprised he didn't have a check at that. It was high up on the leg. Really was high up on the leg. I think he can easily go for it. I really do. But nothing. It was nasty. Maguire goes long for the free kick down the left-hand side. It's to Sancho. Sancho's now one-on-one with the defender. Ooh, takes him on. It's deflected. Ooh, onto the roof of the net. Sancho looks dangerous. Sancho does look dangerous. Coming in on the left-hand side, he does look dangerous. It's just a straight long ball by Harry Maguire as well. It's terrible defending by Palace. But he looks dangerous. Sancho looks like a threat. Went for the shot. Got deflected over onto the roof of the net for another Man United corner. This time Tellez from the right-hand side. In-swinger. Puts it in. Oof, nearly went to Harry Maguire. Rashford puts it out to the edge of the box to Sancho. Ball's bouncing difficult. Good pass to Bruno Fernandes. Tellez now on the right-hand side. It's where we don't want to go all the way back. Ball again over the top by Fred. Rashford's chasing it, but he's offside. Ray Diaz says Sancho is cementing his name on the team sheet. Bet Davis, Red Devil says, haha, watch that game. Bayern Munich, Borussia Dortmund. Oh, it was, again, shocking. Absolute shocking. It was the decisions. And again, some of the stuff that's come out, like with that referee now, like, was it criminal complaint against Jude Bellingham? He didn't lie, did he? Long ball by Palace. It's probably the highest they've got up the pitch for a while. Lindelof passes it back to De Gea. A bit of a sloppy pass there. So De Gea had to go long. Got caught out a little bit. But Ronaldo heads it out for a Crystal Palace throw-in. Again, Old Trafford is quite quiet, isn't it? But again, we have seen signs that have been impressive, but I think if, on the flip side of things, I think if you're Patrick Vieira, you're pretty content how things are right now. Still 0-0. Any real massive threats to Palace? Not really. Couple of saves that the goalkeeper would make, but you would probably hope your goalkeeper would make them, especially in a game like this. So Vieira will be content. Vieira absolutely will be content with this so far. Another goal at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Oh, should have scored rather. What that defending was by Norwich was terrible. It's to be a Crystal Palace free kick. It does seem a bit quiet though, doesn't it? It does seem a bit quiet. I'm gonna call Flex and KG. I'll try and call them both at half time and see if they're seeing a similar thing with a bit of a surprisingly quiet atmosphere at Old Trafford. Palace keeper hits it up the pitch. Fred now, bit of space to run into. Puts it out wide. Bruno Fernandes. 1-2 with Ronaldo. Down that left-hand side once more. Cuts inside. Pass it to Sancho. Fred. That's Tellez now on the left-hand side. A lot coming down that left-hand side, but a lot of the time cutting back in. That's the frustrating thing, isn't it? This is what we've seen a couple of times. Bruno tries to force a ball, goes out for a goal kick. A couple of times from the left-hand side, which we have seen encouraging signs, is when actually Sancho's cut inside back's actually been able to run at the defenders. We do this a lot. We did it a lot under Oli, where you see the fullbacks or the wingers, but certainly a lot with the fullbacks, they sprint up the channels and then they almost get to the corner flag and then they just start cutting inside again. And then they pass it backwards. So why have you run all that way for? Crystal Palace throw-in. Fat Thor says, happy with the performance. All that missing is the goals. Nick Johnson says, we don't play any of the traditional top 6 teams until March. I cannot wait to see how we shape up now that Counterattack FC has been sacked. Interesting. But it is a very good run of games. There's no doubt about that. It's, again, the next traditional top 6 side is Man City in March. I think in this spell of games, we have to play West Ham, which will be a tough game. Zaha, Maguire puts out for a throw-in. Yeah, we have to play West Ham in that run of games. But it is a very positive run of games for Manchester United. No doubt about that. But maybe we're seeing energy levels by United drop off a little bit in terms of that sort of energetic pressing. But this is when subs are going to be key. United got to get up the pitch a little bit more. Because now it's going to be, United is going to press again. The press wasn't there as much as it was once before there. And again, I think that's fatigue. Palace going up the pitch for one of the first times in the game here, down the right-hand side. Zaha tried to take on Telles. Telles puts it out for a throw-in. So less than 10 minutes left of this first half. Zaha's already gone past a couple of players there. Puts the ball into the box. David De Gea scoops it up. There's nobody in there. And United have dropped off a little bit, certainly. De Gea with the throw. Oh, Bruno Fernandes loses it there. Going to commit a foul. Play on by the referee. Jordan Ayew. About 25 yards out, goes for a shot. De Gea looks comfortable. But comes from Bruno Fernandes losing the ball. Sloppy. He does that as well, Bruno. He has that in his locker. Sort of, deep into our own half. He'll lose the ball. It puts the defence under pressure. He's done it before. Passed by Lindelof. It was a bit short. Cut out by Gallagher, but it's a United throw-in. As Christopher says, Palace starting to get in the game a bit now. That's why we need to capitalise on our chances. Exactly. That's why in that opening 20-25 minutes where we did have the energy and we did have the press, we needed to take advantage of those opportunities. And now, because we haven't, as we drop off, as the inevitable fatigue, we have to take chances. Telles, though, down the left, a bit of space to run into. Telles puts the ball in. Came off a Palace player into the goalkeeper. Still 0-0. Clear-cut chances? No. Not particularly. United have controlled the game, which I think is a positive. But when we're talking about making clear-cut chances, we haven't. Again, I think we do have to manage expectations and that, should we expect to see something completely different? Palace win the ball from Fred there. Zaha. One back fairly, I think. Oh, it's never a free kick, referee. Shut up, Zaha. It's not a definite foul. The guy encourages a definite foul. He gets the ball. What changes would you make at half-time? Do you think he'll make changes? We don't really know Ranić's style in terms of how early he'll make substitutions. I think he has to. I think he has to make substitutions early because it's the same side on Thursday. But it's a free kick from Palace here. Now, we're talking about Ralph Ranić famously, 30% spending times on set pieces because that's where 30% of goals come from. Hopefully, we're talking about defending them as well. So it's Gallagher standing over this one. Gallagher puts the ball in. Benteke went up with Maguire. Bruno Fernandes clears it. Headed back in. Thompson's bouncing around a little bit. Get out now, United. Need to get out. Still quite deep. One back by Dallo. Ronaldo. Went for a 1-2 with Sancho. Didn't pay off. Going to be a Manchester United throw-in. Well, there you go. They just said that we've had more touches inside the opponent's box in this game already than we have had in any of the last 5 games in 90 minutes. So it goes to show the sort of the pressure and the control is there, but is it being converted into clear-cut chances, into goals? Not so much yet. There's encouraging signs. There's control. Palace have come back into the game in the last sort of 10 minutes or so because we started to drop off a little bit, energy levels. It was a poor kick by De Gea. It's fortunate there. Bruno. Fred, a bit of room there. Now, where's the pass? It's not good enough. Tries to hit Ronaldo out wide right. Nowhere near enough on the pass. That's where you need quality. And Fred don't have that quality in terms of distribution at all. Manchester United throw in now. Mortada says, it's funny how the starting 11 has changed, but yet it's a totally different style of game than Ollie Ball. Maybe controversial, but this style is kind of better. I don't think that's necessarily controversial. I think there have been encouraging signs. Like I said, I think we're still vulnerable. There's no doubt about it. We're still vulnerable. Crystal Palace free kick. Because again, I mentioned it a few minutes ago. Patrick Vieira will be very happy with this. He'll take it. Absolutely, he'll take this. 0-0 going into half-time. They'll be looking for set pieces. And they've got goals in them, absolutely. But I did mention this on the preview as well, certainly when it comes to Manchester United, which is a positive too, is that Palace have been conceding late goals. They've been conceding late goals. So we're always going to have that opportunity. Ball attempted over the top. Fred wins it back. Tellez just smashes it long there. Free kick to Manchester United in the middle of the pitch. Ray Diaz says, United look solid defensively. Haven't felt dread when Maguire touches the ball. I still have those sort of things. It must be similar when it goes to Harry Maguire when I'm a bit like, oh, I don't know. Crowd are singing by Ollie Solskjaer. As they should. United legend. They used to sing before he was there. Just because he was the manager and he got sacked eventually doesn't mean they should stop. Maguire goes out wide for Dalot. Doesn't get there. Cut out. Has slowed down a bit from United, hasn't it? Fred tries to find Ronaldo. Nearly a short pass by McTominay. But Maguire puts it out to Tellez. Now some space to run into. Tellez, what's your ball like into the box? Nowhere near it. Palace look comfortable. No doubt about it. Dalot was getting pressured by Zaha. Does well, though. Ronaldo tried for overlap with Tellez. Tellez still has it here. It's just very tight. I think we're maybe making one too many passes, specifically down in the channels. It's just we'll get a bit of space and we'll too many passes, and it allows the Palace defence or the Palace players to get back into shape. They're very comfortable in shape at the moment, Crystal Palace. We just need to be a bit quicker, up that tempo. Not so many passes, a few more 1-2s. McTominay shifts it out to the left. Plenty of room now, Tellez. Watch your cross like this time. Puts it into the box. Cleared. I think he could have carried on going there, to be honest. There was more space. I think with that amount of time, he should probably do better with that cross, to be honest with you. Maguire. Again, tries to put it out to the right-hand side to Dalot. They've tried that ball so many times, and they've barely made it once. This time they have. Dalot goes past him. McTominay. Dalot. He goes for a shot. Rush of blood. Uses his left foot, and that's half-time. I think he should have passed it to Rashford. As you can see the replay here, it's a 1-2 by Dalot and McTominay, and he uses his left foot. I think it should be... he should have passed it to Rashford. I think Rashford was in space. Rashford and Bruno, to be honest. They're both saying to him, you should have passed it. Half time, though, it's 0-0. What do we think of that first half, guys? Encouraging at times. Need to make things count, obviously. But what did we think of that so far? Ray Diaz says, smash a like before you hit the fridge. Exactly. Be sure to smash a like on the like button. Be sure to subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. Mohammed says, decent. Wimming says, Jesse Marsh got sacked by Leipzig, of course. Maybe he'll bring him in as assistant. Depends what he's looking for, of course. Jungle says, 6-6 possession of the ball. Serindi says, created more and more chances. Riddle says, we can see the difference. We can absolutely see the difference, but we just need to find the net, don't we? Absolutely need to find that. Let's see if we can get a hold of Flex. Oh, God, KG's calling me already. Look at that. KG. KG. Good start. Good start. Every time I try and call people when I do a match review, it never ends well. Either they don't pick up or whatever. I'll try KG again. Try again. Get KG's pictures up. Oh. I'm telling you. KG.
How you doing, bro?
How did you feel that? How do you feel that first half went?
I was like just looking, I'm turning around to people and saying we look good. The foot like just getting forward, the early press and the winning the ball back. I'm seeing Maguire's actually playing on the line, on the halfway line. It's brilliant. I like it. All that I'm missing from my performance is the goal, but it's been so far. It's positive.
It does feel a bit positive. Was it a bit quiet in Old Trafford? It did feel at times it was a bit quiet.
They sang all the songs.
Oh really? I heard the Ollie song. It sounded a smidge quiet on the television.
Fans are really nice today. You got the Hampton off and all of these Christmas. So you got the 5 Hampton on.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally. They've been singing all that.
Yeah, I think certainly there was encouraging signs. I think a lot of people have been saying that, and I think it's fair that again looks encouraging. There's a press there. We've had a lot of the ball. Just need to convert into chances. I think.
Just need to convert. There's even that little chance where it's all going out there, and I think remember I'm quite far from the action. I'm sitting in the second end, so I'm behind the area. So I'm just kind of waiting for them to come this way. But I look like in a few catches and just a bit so Rafa's making nice little runs, some diagonal runs going forward. I feel like that's how it looks. He must be doing decent. He must be Sancho is on his arse. I don't know if you think so to replay that, but it looks good to me. Did you see that one?
Which one was that? I can't really hear you that well. You sound very muffled.
Oh man, 1 second. Let's see if you can sort it out. So what about now?
Sounds the same.
Oh, bloody hell. I know what I'm going to do. I'll put it on loud. I think it's hard for me to see if this works better.
That sounds a little bit. It sounds a little bit better. Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, that's better. That's much better.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, I was going to say, so Sancho dropped someone in his arse, which I thought was hilarious.
Yeah.
There was a nice little bit of skill. The lows look good. I think as a team, like Fred, everyone's look good by the goal. We just need a goal.
Yeah.
You know, that's all our performance. I think the goal will change a lot. We started off really good. The intensity was good. It kind of petered off near the end, I would say, in terms of how quick we're trying to move the ball forward. But you can see Crystal Palace can't get out. I can't remember a lot of Crystal Palace chances.
No.
Yeah, just, again, from all the games I've seen here, this is the best we've looked just on the ball. And obviously it's so different it's going to be totally different to the Arsenal game because, again, in that one, we were literally defending at times. Well, this game is like we had the ball, we had most of the ball, so, yeah.
Yeah, I think a lot. I think a lot of people are saying in the chat, and I agree, is that Ranić, didn't he? He spoke in his press conference that we weren't controlling games. We're not controlling games. It's too out of control, that kind of stuff. Certainly, you could say in that first half we've controlled it. We've absolutely controlled it. I think it's again like 66% possession. There has been a press. Certainly, again that press kind of dipped off closer towards the end of the half, which as you would expect. But we won the ball back high up the pitch as well. I think we played. But the only thing missing is a goal. The only thing I would say, just my only thing would be that we haven't made a ton of chances.
We haven't had.
That's good. Always as well. He's always hanging up on me. Old Trafford settings. Kyle says no goals. But when was a half so exciting? There you go. I can't believe that. I can't believe that. Let me try Flex. He's got history. He's got history of hanging up on me, KG. Let's try Flex. If it even rings. This is always a good start. Oh, it's ringing.
Yo.
Flex, how did you find that first half?
Can you hear me all right, yeah?
Yeah, you sound good.
Yeah, I think, I don't know, I haven't seen anything on social media, so it'll be interesting to see what you guys say. I really liked it. I liked it because, in his press conference, he spoke a lot about controlling the game.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Having a calmness, less frantic. It seems to me, I don't know what to say with TV, but it seems like he's gone with a 4-2-2-2.
Yeah, I think that's what we were kind of saying. That initially, when I saw the lineup, I thought it's 4-2-3-1, but it's not. It's not. It seems.
Not that. It's definitely not.
Yeah,
that.
Bruno's at times. Bruno's been out on the left.
Exactly. Bruno's been tucked in on the left and Sancho tucked in on the right, or vice versa.
Yeah.
And Rashford and Ronaldo up front as a 2, and then McTominay and Fred obviously in the pivot. But it's worked really well. What it has done, it's instilled instantly within 1 day of training or 2 days, let's say. You can see what he wants to do. You can see the team already buying into that after one training session, which I think is really good. I think Jadon Sancho has been really bright. Alex Telles, his balls from outside to in, he's not afraid to find someone's feet, and also he's not afraid to clip it round channels to get Rashford in or Sancho. It's been controlled. And the only thing kind of missing from it was a goal.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here on my feet, not thinking, shit, I'm scared of the next counter-attack because we're so open. We're looking like it's very frantic, it's end-to-end. So it's almost like he's backing up what he said in the press conference straight away, which is that I want the game to be calm, I want the game to be controlled, and I want us on the front foot. And that's what we saw, just without a goal.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much what everyone's been saying in the chat as well. That my biggest takeaway from that first half, like you said, was control. We're like 66% possession, something like that. There was a significant press early on. It dipped off a little bit, but that's energy levels. That's energy levels.
Exactly.
The only thing missing is really a goal and some clear-cut chances. That's the only thing The only thing I would argue is that Palace look relatively comfortable still. They'll take it at the moment.
Yeah, because at the moment, like I said, you can't change it all at once. It's going to take time, and the chances we have trying to create have been, trying to crosses from deep and whipping it in. And there's a big willingness from both fullbacks to cross the ball, which I suppose is a good thing at the right times. You want to put them under pressure, and you've got Ronaldo in there. You need to provide him service. So yeah, we haven't found a gilt-edged chance where Palace keepers have to pull off a tremendous save. I think one from Bruno maybe.
Yeah.
Fred's one was probably going in. Was it Tompkins who headed it away?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's been nothing really properly clear-cut, massively clear-cut.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe Bruno's half volley.
You keep going, you keep playing like that. Okay, you might not get a barrage of goals straight away, but you keep trusting in playing in that manner. That's when it starts to come. It starts to fall into place.
Yeah.
The belief of playing a consistent system. It isn't just give it to Sancho with 3 players around him and say, go on, beat these. It isn't just Rashford, get your head down and run in that channel. It isn't just Bruno try and find an amazing ball. Do you know what I mean? Yeah,
it doesn't feel individual brilliance. It doesn't feel rely on that, does it?
And that's in 1 day. That's in half a game. That's in 45 minutes. We can see that.
Yeah.
So definitely positive. Look, essentially, we need it to transpire into 3 points. We don't want to come over 0-0.
Yeah.
Or get done from a set piece, from a corner, or something, give away a stupid penalty or something like that. We need a goal for our dominance, but I just think it's his first ever game, first 45 minutes. The players have only had 1 training session. I think that was a comfortable half. But there's stuff to build on there.
Yeah, 100%.
The last 10 minutes of that half, we kind of let the tempo drop a little bit.
Yeah, and that would be my concern, is that, like we were saying, is that at times it has looked really, really good and it has been impressive, but as long as it's still 0-0, they're in the game, and like you said, set piece. Well, they've got speed on the counter-attack as well. You know, Zaha, Ayew, they're always going to be a threat, so we just need to make it count for something. Because it was, in fairness, and I don't want to seem too hypocritical, under Ollie, we did say, you know, when we played well in spells, but we didn't make anything of it. What is it all for if you're not going to score goals? That's the only thing, isn't it? So it just needs a goal at the moment. But certainly, I think we're playing. There is a difference. There absolutely is a difference already.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what I would say. I think, like, the fact that you can see what he's trying to do. You know, there's an evident system change. In the first sort of 15, 20 minutes, I would say the press was really good. We were forcing him into mistakes in midfield, forcing him to mistakes at the back, you know, kicking it out of play. Yeah. Klein miscontrolling it. Coyote, you know, firing out of play because of pressure. Gallagher giving it away a couple of times because of pressure, you know, and moving in units. And it was very deliberate. You know, it wasn't just Bruno running around like a madman and everyone else thinks, okay, I'll go join in. It was very deliberate what we were doing, and like I said, out of possession, it's condensing the middle of the pitch, because what we're doing is you're not getting Sancho right out on the left and Rashford right out on the other side with a massive hole. It's like you're saying, play closer to McTominay and Fred, and let's make this difficult to play through, and also we're close enough to go and hunt in packs. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. That's what's really interesting about what we're doing. We're going to hunt in pairs and trios. Yeah,
absolutely. Do you think? I mean, he's going to have to make changes relatively early, just not out of necessity to change it, but more of a necessity because energy levels. He's played the same starting 11 that played on Thursday. So if you're going to keep up, and we saw a drop off in energy before in maybe the last sort of 10 minutes of that half. So he's going to probably have to make changes. Who do you think he'll bring on in that sense?
I think you can easily put Mason in for Rashford up front with Ronaldo. Yeah. Get him running alongside Ronaldo is an obvious one. Donny for either McTominay or Bruno when the time comes. You know, we'll be interested to see how long, you know, the name brand players stay on. With Ronaldo maybe come off and go with a little bit more energy up front and put Martial or put Greenwood up there with Rashford. You know, would he think a bit differently? I don't know. Yeah. But they're certainly your obvious ones. You know, or you could put Martial in instead of Rashford alongside.
Well, Martial's not even on the bench, is he? No Martial.
Oh, is he not?
No. It's
right.
Martial and Lingard not on the bench for injury and illness, but Alanga's on there. Do you reckon he'd bring on Alanga?
You know what? I wouldn't. Yeah, well, not over Greenwood, he wouldn't. Over Greenwood, he wouldn't. I think the one spot up front will probably be Mason. His first game, I don't think he'll put him in. But in midfield, what we got? Matic, Donny.
Yeah.
I think you're looking at Donny van de Beek. But McTominay and Fred have actually done all right in this game, to be fair.
Yeah, I think Fred's done well. I tell you what, as well. That I mean, I don't know if you saw it as it happened, but that foul on Fred. I mean, honestly, that was high up on his leg. I'm surprised.
Was it? Yeah, it was on his knee, innit?
Yeah, I'm surprised more wasn't made of it, to be honest, because it was high up.
It happened in front of me, but it happened so quick I couldn't really see. Obviously, I only see it once, but it looked bad on. I was thinking, how he's going to get up from this?
Yeah.
I mean, look, the players are out now. I mean, I think what Ralph would have said at half time there is probably, look, the end of that half, sort of the last 10 minutes or so, when the foul happened on Fred, we kind of lost our tempo. And went back to a little bit route one stuff. I think he'll say us again. We need to raise the tempo again and get that goal. But it definitely tells us to keep trusting in it. You know, don't revert back to just, you know, playing out of that system. Trust in it and keep going with it.
Yeah, 100%. I think as long as we keep that intensity up, chances will come. It's just a case of maybe we need to be. That's what was my only sort of criticism, is maybe when we're getting into those sort of channels, it's maybe one less pass we need to make. We're still kind of cut it, still in that kind of system of you know what I mean. Maybe be a little bit more direct. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, that's true. It was just refreshing to see a game where I know we didn't score and it's not perfect, but it was just refreshing to just not see us, you know, backpedaling towards our own goal. De Gea having to work overtime, you know, chance after chance, the other team getting play through midfield, but coming in Fred being left exposed. You know, it's very organised after only, you know, one training session with this team that we're seeing, because obviously they had the rest day against Arsenal the next day. So these guys have only had one training session, and you can clearly see something implemented. And maybe that's, you know, we should be saying that's actually no surprise.
Yeah, absolutely. And to be honest, it's more of a change than I thought we would see. I was expecting less,
Yeah,
to be honest with you.
exactly. Yeah, and definitely not the same formation. So there you go.
So there you go,
We're about to
exactly.
kick off.
Exactly, right. Well, we'll probably speak to you after the game. You'll be able to see Flex on the fan views after the game, so be sure to check that out. Right, speak to you in a bit. Yep, you'll be able to check out Flex on the fan views after the game. God, my arm hurts after holding up that for all the time. Oh, I need to get like sounds or something like that. I was saying I want to get like clips of people. That might be my thing going forward. But Eagle Eye Football says you have been impressive. We need to find a way. I think United have been impressive, but like I said before, Palace, they'll take it. They'll take it because they're still in the game, 100%. Outcome, Crystal Palace once again. David Naheen says, hey, Mr. Reliable, can you send my wishes to Flex? We still celebrating our birthday this weekend. Still big up to him remembering. Hashtag Deli Guy 3-0. Appreciate that, Deli Guy. I wish I'd have read that before I hung up. I apologise, but he will see this. He will see this. So thank you for the contribution, and thank you, of course, to the birthday wishes to the man that makes all of this possible. As I mentioned before, we would not be here without Flex. He is just unbelievable. Unbelievable. So, but yes, glad you're joining us this afternoon. So we're going to start the second half in a few seconds. Still 0-0, but encouraging signs by Manchester United. Wait until this kicks off. As I mentioned, there'll be some people that are, behind, ahead. But you can sync up using the timer. The referee's about to blow the whistle, and we're off. We're off. Second half is underway. So it doesn't look to be any changes, but Manchester United, certainly there was some optimism in that first half, from my point of view anyway, for Manchester United. It was a good 45 minutes for United. I just realised I got a text from KG going, call back. I moved on, brother. I moved on. That's what you get if you hang up on me. Not really. Of course, as this just it happens. Old Trafford signal settings. I hope one day like Old Trafford gets to the point where like the 4G or 5G is so good in the ground we can actually get them. Like, wouldn't it be great to have like Flex up there at like half time, being like, oh, I'm in the ground, all this kind of stuff. It would be quality. But yes, we are underway. What are we saying then about second half predictions? What do we think the scoreline's going to be? Do we think there'll be any changes? How early do you think those changes will be? An attempted 1-2 between Sancho and Telles, but it's gone straight to Ayew, who went for a long ball, but it was cut out by, I think that's Lindelof. Vertonghen goes for a pass, gets deflected. Ronaldo. I reckon it will be maybe 10 minutes. Maybe 10 minutes before Ralph makes changes. Again, not because the personnel's playing terrible, etc., etc., just because he'll be forced to. He'll be forced to because it's just we're playing the same side we played on Thursday. Elliot McShine says 2 or 3-0 Palace will tire. McTominay. Oh my God. I tried to blame Dalot. Somebody's literally just passed it out for a throw in, and he blames Dalot. Oh, you ran out of the way. Ah, come on. Do me a favour, McTominay. Jeez. That's the thing. He'll do that as well, McTominay as well. Like, I feel like there's still people will criticise Fred, and rightfully so. But people see Fred now for what he is. He is that person that does have energy, will win the ball back, and try and keep his sort of recycling of possession as simple as possible. But McTominay is not a defensive midfielder. He's box to box. But sometimes his sort of technical abilities, passing the ball, first touch, can be shocking at times. It really can. Emmanuel says, hello, new here. Welcome, Emmanuel. If you are new, smash a like on the video. Be sure to subscribe. You're more than welcome. This United View community is for everyone. So, already we've got into a similar pattern we had in the first half. Sort of United passing it around. Palace look relatively comfortable. So Palace will be happy in the shape. They've got their back four. Looks to be a 4. Actually, it's like a 4-5-1, isn't it? Certainly our position, it's a 4-5-1. And if we give Palace enough time, they settle into it very easily. We need to be quicker. Fred. Shifts it. A bit of space there. Bruno Fernandes. Fernandes going to have a shot. It's over the bar. And I think that's frustration. I know Bruno will try that, but I think that's frustration of Palace are very comfortable in that shape. Very comfortable. Nick Johnson says, McTominay is always standing behind the opposition so his passing lane is blocked. It seems like he has no spatial awareness. Someone looks to be warming up, though. Was it Matic? Palace with the ball here. Gallagher puts it out wide to Zaha. Well played, Diogo Dalot. Just shoves Zaha off the ball. Of course, Zaha will complain because he is... I mean, Bruno's obviously is known for being a moaner, flailing his hands around, but Zaha, it's always, isn't it? Oh, he's got such a moany face, isn't he? G421 says, Owen, drop a kaboom for Emmanuel. Kaboom. I mean, yeah. Alex says, you're way behind. I mean, it's a non-televised game. It is what it is, unfortunately. Alex, that's why the timer's there. So if we're a bit behind, you can sync up with us. If not, ball into the box. Oof. Punched away from the keeper. Ronaldo nearly had that then. It's Sancho. Gives it away. Well, that was a threat. The foul by, of course, McTominay. Was ball into the box. Keeper punches it. I don't think Ronaldo was going to get to it, to be honest with you, but the keeper punches it away. Adam says he's got such a moany face, proceeds to moan. I am nothing but a hypocrite, Adam. Ayew, one-on-one with Tellez, manages to get the ball into the box, caught by David De Gea. Five minutes gone, though, in this second half. More of the same, really, what we saw from United in the first half. It's slower. It's considerably slower. Maguire, what are you doing there? Maguire got pressed by himself there and just hit it long and gave it away. He just looks so uncomfortable on the ball at times, honestly. He put himself in just trouble. It's bizarre. Bruno Fernandes going forward. Tries to pass it to Dalot. I think it's come off a Crystal Palace player. He kicked it against the linesman. But it's a United throw-in. Santiago says, it's crazy to me that some games are not televised in the UK. It is crazy because in other countries you just get like a Premier League package, don't you? You can watch all of the games. And we did have that during the pandemic. I mean, there are theories about why they don't have them, as opposed to, would it encourage people to not go to the game? Or would it encourage people not to go to lower league games? I don't know. I don't believe that nowadays, especially with modern day, the internet. People can find games anyway. Why not? Make more money. Ball into the box. Oh, Rashford, he might have been offside. Fred. Oh, do me a favour, ref. He's given a foul on Benteke by Victor Lindelof. What for? Ranić on the bench talking to Kieran McKenna. Where's Mike Phelan? Because it's just been Ranić talking to McKenna. Is Phelan even there? I think there's Eric Ramsey. I haven't seen old Mike. I'm assuming he is there. Antonio says Donny needs to come on. Lou Manu says if Donny won't play, it will remain 0-0, Owen. See, a lot of people are saying, if you're in the United States, you can watch all the games. I know, it's very frustrating. It is very frustrating. And I don't think that should be limited to the Premier League either. I've said before, I don't know if you can do it, but if you were, say, a fan of someone in League 2, but you couldn't go to every home game, why couldn't you get a virtual season ticket where you get a code and you can log in and watch all of your team's games from home? Like, we live in this modern age now where everything is on the internet anyway, so you might as well just put it out there for people to watch. If the Premier League made a Premier League app whereby, again, you could buy a virtual season ticket for your side and watch the untelevised games, or if the Premier League made their own Netflix, essentially, and they had their own streaming platform, you could see every single game throughout the entirety of the year, they'd be bigger than like Netflix or Amazon Prime. They would. You kidding me? But I guess they would rather have it in a sort of a decentralized model where they have to negotiate television packages with all of these different countries. They make more that way. I don't know. Zaha, edge of the box. United attempt to win it back. 3 players around him. Referee hasn't given it. But we have given a foul there. I mean, which foul is he going to give? Because I think there was about 3 or 4 there. Victor says, Owen, patent those ideas. Wow, you know, it's all up there. But Palace have a free kick just outside the box. Certainly is an opportunity. And Fred's down clutching his ankle as well. Been through the wars recently, hasn't he? And he's saying, Owen, shush, you've got a big money business idea there. Keep it. Wow. I'm just saying, Premier League, call me. You know, copyright Owen. United View. But it's Gallagher standing over the free kick. I'd much rather be talking about Manchester United goal, not not Premier League streaming ideas. Just feel a little bit subdued, it must be said. But it's interesting, Cage, you were saying, no, the atmosphere was good. I don't. It might just be me, but it didn't feel like it was on television. Gallagher putting the ball into the box, back post. Kouyaté, he wants a corner. What does he want a corner for? Didn't he just head that over the bar? I didn't see that come off Tellers at all. I don't know what he's on about. Oh, he gave a corner. What? How's he giving out a corner? Oh. Well, Brentford have equalised against Leeds. Corner put in by Gallagher. That's got to be a United goal kick now. I think changes need to be made. Ralph, I think he must be looking at this. It's been definitely, it's only 10 minutes into this half, but it's been particularly slower. United trying to play out from the back. But the tempo isn't there. Maguire, sure. What a short pass that is. He just put Tellers in so much trouble. Better kick the ball. This is what I mean with Maguire and to someone like Ranić. I just don't see how he fits. I mean, he can't play it from the back anyway. There we go. Palace, they're getting more into the game. Certainly getting more into the game. I think energy levels are dropping off here. I think changes do need to be coming relatively soon. Be interested to see how long he takes Ranić. Because now, look, Palace have the ball here at the back. They're comfortable. You know, that press from United isn't there as much. But McTominay's trying to push him a little bit, but it's not as it was in the first half. And we shouldn't expect it to be. So that's a foul. Referees give that. But certainly energy levels look to have dipped, which is now where the substitutions are going to be key. I think Donny has to come on. I'd bring him on for McTominay. I don't know if we necessarily need the sort of... I'm not sure what McTominay's really offering at the moment, to be honest with you. Who else have we got on the bench? Greenwood. I think Greenwood maybe for Rashford. Darren Fletcher's on the touchline, whereas Ranić's in the dugout with McKenna. It's a free kick, though. Ball into the box. McTominay. How did Ayew win that header against McTominay? Tabarez says, do you miss the Norwegian tablet, Owen? Glory, glory, Man United. Let's not start talking about iPads yet, or Kindle Fires. Sancho. Running into the box, a bit more direct. It's Rashford. You're trying to take on too many people. Crowd's getting a little bit frustrated now. Again, I think we're just overcomplicating things. trying to walk the ball into the net. And the problem is we try and walk the ball into the net, and then when we get opportunities where we should take time or the extra pass, like 25 yards out, that's when Bruno will smash it over the bar. So it's bad. It's wrong decision making, isn't it? Wrong decision making. And again, Palace, relatively comfortable right now. But substitutions certainly do have to be made soon. And let's say soon, I mean before 60 minutes, ideally. Throw in. Benteke holds the ball up, switches it very well. Palace a bit of space to run into. Well done, Dalot. Wins it past Zaha. Wins it. Puts it out to Sancho. Well done, Diogo Dalot. Okay, Sancho. Can you run at him? Puts it over. It's a heavy pass. Corner. Done well there because it was a heavy pass by Sancho. But well done, Diogo Dalot. Winning the ball back. Getting the ball out of his feet quickly. Initiating a bit of a counter-attack with some space to go into. A bit more energy and tempo. Again, I know obviously Wan-Bissaka's on the bench, but Dalot played well against Arsenal. I think he's done relatively well with Zaha today, which is a difficult job. Short corner again by Bruno. Out wide. Sancho puts the ball in. Goes straight out for a goal kick. Second time we've gone with that short corner today. Obviously, they must have been working on them. Hasn't paid off so far. G421 says, hit the like. Yes, guys. I don't even know how many people watching or likes we've got. Let me check. We have nearly 400 people watching, 319 likes. So if you haven't already, be sure to smash a like on the like button. Be sure to subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. As I mentioned, we'll be live right after the game, DJ and myself, with the match reaction. And obviously we'll have Flex outside of Old Trafford with all of the United fans, maybe some opposition fans as well. KG, that's nasty. He needs to be careful there. Dalot. The ball got away from him and he went in there very full-blooded. That could have gone. He doesn't catch him. I'll have a look at this. I thought it was two-footed for a second. No, it's one, but luckily he pulls his foot down. That could have gone nasty for a second. Chris Metcalf says, congrats on 90k. Appreciate that, Chris. Appreciate everyone that has subscribed from the beginning or from right now. Adam says, we'll be live discussing a 0-0 draw. I hope not. I hope not. But Palace certainly look far more comfortable in this first half than they did in the first half, rather. Zaha with a nutmeg through Dalot, but then runs out of play. Substitution for Manchester United right now. Mason Greenwood's coming on. First game since testing positive for COVID. Greenwood's on for Sancho. So a bit of fresh energy. Hopefully this leads to a bit more of a rise in energy and tempo. Long ball to Rashford. Ronaldo. Referees or the linesman's given offside. It's going to be interesting to see if we switch positions here or if it's literally like for like. I would assume if this is the 4-2-2-2 still, it would be Greenwood and Ronaldo up front and maybe Rashford going out to the right-hand side. But then again, I suppose Greenwood's played a lot on the right-hand side this season anyway, so maybe it's like for like. Man, to be honest, I thought Sancho looked bright. Certainly did in the first half. One of the only players that was actually running at people. I'm not really sure what Rashford has done in this game so far, to be honest with you. But certainly this second half has been a lot slower, hasn't it? A lot slower. Energy levels have dropped off considerably. But again, like we said before, what do you necessarily expect? I think you have to manage expectations in the sense that it's one training session, not even with the entire squad. It's not a physical training session. It's train the brain. Ralph doesn't have any of his coaching staff in yet. We're still firefighting in a sense. And I think, again, you almost have to blame the board on that, don't you? In that this transition is so, stop, start, got the manager in, work visa, and then we need coaches and that. We had a 2-week period we could have done this in the international break, and we didn't. But it's a Palace corner. This is danger. Ball in. Headed away by Manchester United. Comes out to Gallagher. Edge of the box. Blasts it over the bar. A lot of people saying Rashford needs to be subbed. Hey, bub, Rashford needs to be subbed. Rashford doesn't pick up this game. I don't see him playing much. Brentford are winning at Elland Road. Leeds dropping down the table, aren't they? I could just see United gave it away, but they've won it back relatively quickly. Again, it's slower. It is absolutely 100% slower, isn't it? Again, as you would expect. I don't expect it not to be slower. Right, Dallo running with the ball here. Greenwood went for a pass to Rashford, gives it away. This is my concern now. We might start forcing things. Once we start forcing things, that's when you start getting sloppy, or you start, rushing stuff as well when you don't necessarily need to. I'm all for updating the tempo, but on the flip side of things as well, need to find the right pass. Certainly, there is a feeling of a bit of a lack of quality at the moment, isn't there? But positivity. Kai Fraser says, "Come on, United, we got this." Hey, bub, come on, United, we need the 3 points. Art says, "Come on, United." So some of you still trying to rouse the troops. Substitution now for Crystal Palace. Anissa says, "To be fair, there's only so much you can do in patterns of play when your tank's running on empty, but fight on, lads." Well, I know we've made obviously just the one sub, but we're going to need to make more. We are. Edouard's coming on here for Crystal Palace. Does Alanga come on at some point, do you think? Maybe. Greenwood go up top with Ronaldo. Rashford comes off Alanga. Right, United win the ball back here. Now you've got to find the right pass. Bruno Fernandes goes long. Rashford. A foul's been given. Again, the positive thing is that Palace do concede late goals. Art says at least we're not conceding. I mean, you say that, but they're still in the game, Palace. They're still in the game. And they've grown into the game more, obviously, as this game's gone on, because we're dropping off. It is a foul. Guy on commentary says, "I'm not sure if that's a foul." It is a foul. Let's not start any of that stuff. I don't know. Is it a foul? Yes, it is. Free kick, though, to Manchester United. Come on. Been focusing on set pieces. Tellez. Oh, has that clipped the bar? Tellez clips the top of the bar with that free kick. Yeah. No, it hits the bar. It's going to be one of those games, isn't it? It's going to be one of those ones. Because now Palace have got the bit between their teeth. They realise the point's in reach here. McTominay, Greenwood miscommunication. I mean, there has been control, certainly, but there's been control, but what have we seen because of it? Zaha. Edouard. Go easy, Bruno. Go easy. Bruno wins the ball back, pass it to Lindelof. Greenwood, good pass. Bruno goes for a flick. Fred shifts it out wide. Telles now. Ronaldo, Fred. McTominay. Again, Palace already back into shape, look comfortable. Home fans are singing for Donny. They want to see Donny on. So do I. I think you need to. Again, I think take McTominay off, get Donny on, because I think I understand why Ranić wants to have those two people with energy, but once it gets later on in the game, you have to. You need to have someone that can again play from deeper. Spurs are winning 2-0. Super chat from Santiago says we need to get some energy in there. Hopefully Donny, Diallo or Elanga. Have a feeling Ralph will rotate heavy versus young boys though. Yeah, I agree. I think we will probably see that. I think we will see some rotation. But if he plays the same starting 11 again, could you imagine that? Spurs though, getting victories. 20 minutes to go. Come on, United. Let's see, even if we just have to fall over the line, let's get there. Again, it's just very... Greenwood puts it wide. Just, it is going to be one of those ones, isn't it? It's gonna be one of those ones, isn't it? It's gonna be one of those ones. Again, come on. Let's see something here. Now, maybe this is going to be patience is a virtue football. I don't know, but It's not going to be easy, is it? It's not going to be easy. And again, I think the first half we did play pretty well, but it is frustrating. Kayate goes long. Dallo, who has played well, in fairness, in this game. Greenwood, Dallo once again. Down the right-hand side. Dallo crosses the ball in the box. Straight to the goalkeeper. We need more subs. Certainly need more subs. Steffi Jenks says, where's Cosgrove with his goal predictions? Yeah, we need someone else. We need like we had was KG, wasn't it, the other day when he was like, I feel there's a goal coming. There's a goal coming. We need that guy here right now. Lindelof goes long. Straight to the goalkeeper. I'd bring on Elanga, I think, at this point. Energy, something different. Long ball, Lindelof clears it. Oof. That's not a high foot from the player. McTominay just got absolutely just shoved off it easy there. Greenwood wins it back though. Bruno, okay, come on. Long ball to Ronaldo. It's easy to defend against though. Come on. V-Clown says, is a draw an acceptable result? I don't think so, to be honest, V-Clown. But we have a great run of games coming up. We need to win, you know. I mean, there's still time to turn the season around. But if you're going to be qualifying for top 4, which unfortunately is our aim this season domestically, if you're going to be qualifying for top 4, you've got to be beating Crystal Palace at Old Trafford. Palace 100% will take this all day long. They're relatively comfortable now. That energy we had in the first half is, frankly, disappeared. The press is not there now. We need changes. And make no mistake, Palace are getting into the game. United are dropping off. Gallagher. Palace playing some good stuff now. They've got goals in them. Ayew. It's a corner. Absolutely, Palace are completely in this game now. Palace very much in this game now. Ball in. Tompkins. Crystal Palace should score. Best chance of the game. Gilt-edged chance. Palace should score. Ayew, I don't know how he's missed. But that is a chance. Massive chance for Palace. And he should do better. And he must know it as well. And the thing is, that has been coming. That has been coming. Got to score. It's a header across the goal. Ayew's there. Yes, the angle's tough, but you've got to be hitting the target from there. If he gets on target, he scores. It was such a chance. Rashford off, Alanga on. Come on then. Alanga with a bit of pace there and energy already. Come on. Let's actually show something now. Come on. Because, I mean, that's got to be a wake-up call. It has to be. Otherwise, you know... be sure to smash a like on the like button. Only 50 likes away from 400, so be sure to smash a like on the like button. Be sure to subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. Fred. Lindelof. Greenwood. McTominay. Come on, United. Let's do something with this. Let's do something with this. Bruno, dispossessed. Maguire. Maguire puts it out wide to Lindelof. Ronaldo. No attempts on target so far in this half for United. Dalot. Greenwood, cut it back. Fred has a shot. Come on! Pass to Fred. Come on then. Fred gets a goal. To be fair, people have been criticising him. But certainly in the last few games, he has played excellent. 1-0 Manchester United. Come on. At the right time as well. Needed that. Palace are getting into that game. And we have gone 1-0 up. Come on. Getting over the line. Drop a bomb. Kaboom. And you have to give Fred credit. He's been one of those guys. He's been one of those guys in the last few years. Look at him dancing. 1-0 Manchester United. Come on. Greenwood puts it to the edge of the box. Fred. It's a great finish. Side-footed as well. Greenwood puts it out. Just takes some of the players out. Fred, edge of the box. Curls it over the goalkeeper. Not really in the top corner, but we'll take it all day. Great finish by Fred. What's that, like his second goal for the club? Third goal for the club? Come on. Change your religion. Fred's the pastor. Pastor Fred. You know KG's going to be in the stadium loving it right now. 1-0 Manchester United. Come on. So needed as well, because we were dropping off. Massively dropping off. And again, you have to give Fred credit, because certainly in the last few games against Chelsea, he was excellent. Against Arsenal, he played well as well. So absolutely he deserves it. Absolutely deserves it. Come on. I was starting to get concerned now. We need to get over the line, though. Make no mistake about that. Need to get over the line. It's not, the game is nowhere near over now, is it? I don't know. I tell you. It's Manchester United, honestly. Come on. I'm not going to say at the wheel or anything like that. I can see some people saying at the wheel. We won't go there. None of this at the wheel stuff. Oh. But it's 1-0. Come on. And I tell you what as well, what does that come after? After Ayew's miss. That's, what do they call it? Fine margins. Fine margins, maybe. Come on. I mean, what do you think Ralph would be saying? What do you think Ralph will say after the game? What do you think about what he's seen so far? What will he be saying? I think he'll probably say first half, liked what we saw in parts. We dropped off. It was inevitable that we were going to be dropping off. That was always going to happen. McTominay with a foul. This is going to get tense, though, I think. McTominay just sort of leg scissored the Palace player down. McTominay's been booked in his last 4 matches. But it's a Palace free kick. Gallagher standing over it. Or goes short. Mitchell puts the ball in the box. Kouyaté. Oh. Manchester United going to clear it here. David De Gea calling for medical attention for Harry Maguire. Sufan says, McTominay, what does he bring our team? Yellow cards. Oh, you just get a clash of heads there, Maguire, in fairness. Eden, take your time, Harry. Let the game settle a little bit. Let Ranić get some messages across. I mean, we still have about 10 minutes to go. We still have another sub we can make as well. I think it's probably the right thing to do. I mean, who would you bring on? Who would you bring on? It is a good finish, isn't it? It is a good finish by Fred. Lots of people saying Donny. Bring on Donny. I would agree with that. Bring on Donny van der Beek. Ranić enjoyed it. Maguire still looks to be down. But it would send us up to 6th as things stand. But that's why we need it. I mean, I know it's easy to, it's more stupid to say it's not, every game it's a must win, but it is right now. We've dropped so many points anyway. We can't afford to drop any more points. We can't. United are looking like they were going to bring on Van der Beek, but they might wait here because of the possible injury to Maguire. So we'll have to wait and see. Crystal Palace have made a sub. Maguire's still on the ground, which means probably we're going to get quite a lot of added time, one would think. I think there might be blood. He does get a proper knock on the head, it must be said. Slab busted head. Is a nasty one. It's Pout's good point. Concussion sub. Use concussion sub. Bring on Bailly. And then still bring on Donny. Oh, David De Gea has the ball, so it looks like we're going to... Maguire back on immediately, so... Maguire's back on. I tell you what, if we concede a goal because Maguire's got a head injury or whatever now, during the latter stages of the game, I'll be like, you should have come off, mate. Alanga, Ronaldo, Backheel, Greenwood, Alanga, gives the ball away. I don't think Ronaldo thought he was going to get that. Free kick to Crystal Palace. Got 5 minutes left, plus a probably considerable amount of injury time, so probably at least, 10 total time left? 5 minutes, maybe 5 minutes of injury time, maybe a bit less. Donny's coming on for Bruno Fernandes. Williams says all this talk for Ralph being proactive, and yet he takes millions of years to make a sub. All bark, no bite. Well, we'll talk about it in the match reaction with DJ afterwards, but I think it's just results, isn't it? It's just results. I think Donny probably should have come on earlier, it must be said. We're similar settings to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer with that, aren't we? But... it's just results. It's just results at this point. We just can't afford to get too deep. I know it's 5 minutes left. Let's not let Palace into the game. Let's not make this nervous. What's Ralph been saying throughout the entirety of his press conference or whatever? What's it about? Control. Still control the game for the last 10 minutes. Still control it. Can't afford to stop controlling the game now just because it's the last 10 minutes or what have you. Still need to keep going. Control, control, control. Control the game. But it's got tense. It's got tense at times, this game. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. It's got tense. I think there's been... signs of things going well. And there's been encouraging signs at points. But fatigue, tiredness, bad habits maybe creeping back in. Alanga. But ultimately, like I said, it's about results. He's had no time with the team. He doesn't have his coaching staff in as well. Results you'll take, that's a foul. Foul on Donny van der Beek by Tompkins. Tompkins trying to square up to the linesman. Book him. Book him. Get out of the linesman's face. Can't talk to officials like that. Book him. But it's a free kick to Manchester United here. Teller's kissing the ball before he puts it down. He's still got blood coming out of his head, Maguire. I'm sure if the referee see that, they'll get him to come back off again. Tellez standing over the ball. Whips it in. Oof, punched away by the goalkeeper for a corner. And again, look, we can bemoan, Van der Beek coming on. Why is he coming on for the last 5 minutes? I'm 90% sure he'll probably start against young boys in the week, considering the rotation. And again, I don't want to sound, you're such a Ranić defender. Get ready for the people. Was it Ranić sexual? You're Ralph sexual. Ollie sexual. All that kind of stuff. You're Ralph sexual. It's literally one game, and he's had one day, and it's about results. All I care about at the moment is results. Tellez puts the ball in. Oh, Maguire there, but it's cleared by Crystal Palace. Oof. Fred wins it back there. Palace had a bit of an encouraging... What's the ref blowing for here? Zaha's been penalised for something. I'm not sure what for. Okay, we'll take it. But we're into the last minute of normal time. Then we'll have, of course, injury time. And again, I think there'll be a considerable amount, it must be said, because of the Maguire injury. But look, we will take this. We absolutely will take this. Fred, Ronaldo. One back, deemed to be fairly by the referee. Lindelof, Fred. Maguire, that first touch was shocking. He's missed the ball. Fred. Went for a long pass, got deflected. Alanga was dispossessed by Gurhi. Space for Ronaldo, come on. Tries to put Alanga in, didn't necessarily work. Come on. Come on, let's just hang on. And again, I don't really want to be those people like, we're hanging on against Palace, all that kind of stuff. At this point, we will just take it. 5 minutes added time. I said it'd probably be 5. Let's just be resolute. Let's not do anything silly here. Long ball. Zaha, he might have got there ahead of Lindelof. Referee. Does the referee give it? It's a free kick. I thought Zaha got there first. This is what we don't want. This is what we don't want. Yeah, Zaha gets there first. Lindelof just goes completely through him. 5 minutes, going to be nervous settings. I don't want to be like KG against Arsenal. Nervous KG. Nervous KG against Arsenal was highly entertaining to watch, it must be said. But like I said, the important thing here, results. Let's just get the result, get out of here. Because we just can't. We can't afford to be, we can't afford to be living on a knife edge. No, it's the tactics, whatever. We can talk about tactics and we can talk about whatever, but we will take it. We will take it at the moment. We really will. Now I've said that I was going to get nervous KG, and now I can feel like I've got nervous KG. It's KG's fault. KG's trying to give me that nervous energy. I blame KG. KG nervous energy. Nervous energy FC. Come on, just got to get through it. Get through it. I feel like I'm trying to convince myself here, aren't I? I'm absolutely trying to convince myself. Come on. Come on. Let's get through the game. Ralph will be happy. Ralph will take it. Just get through the game. Get through the game. Just seeing a replay of that Lindelof tackle was so... Apparently tried to turn into Nemanja Vidic for a second there. Palace, though. Another corner. Ball in. Headed away. Van der Beek. 2.5 minutes left. Another ball in. Headed away. Zaha misses the ball. Tries to put it over the top. Van der Beek wins it. Ronaldo. Ronaldo should be better. It's tired by Ronaldo. Great tackle by Van der Beek. Ronaldo, Jesus. Just fell over. Ronaldo's not at his best game. And you know for a fact those people that hate it will be doing those clips of Ronaldo falling over. Get it away. Pressure set in. Somebody win the ball. Don't give it, ref. You're trying to give a lot of high foot. Oh, ball. Devil's Advocate says, Owen missed my super chat. Apologies. Yet another coach thinking Donny can only play 10. I think coaches than Ralph, Suna McKenna, and Phelan go the better. There you go. Apologies, I missed that. It's because I'm nervous. It's because I'm nervous, Devil's Advocate. I'm nervous, that's why. 60 seconds left. Blow the whistle. Speaking of full-time whistles, Tottenham beat Norwich 3-0. Norwich going down, aren't they? But they got a good manager to go down with in Dean Smith. Long ball. Maguire heads away. Gallagher. Here comes Greenwood. Find the pass, Mason. Maguire clears it. 15 seconds left. Ranić on the touchline. A bit pensive. Go on, ref. Get in. Full-time whistle. Manchester United 1. Crystal Palace 0. Come on. Was hard at times. I wouldn't say we rode our luck by any stretch of the imagination. IU had a chance, in fairness. But we'll take it. We'll take it. At the moment, it's about results. That's what Ranić said. It's what Carrick said, and it's true. At the moment, it's just about results. We'll take results. Performances, tactics, press, all that kind of stuff. There were signs earlier on. It sort of dipped off relatively quickly, certainly in the second half, but we'll take it. The Ralph Ranić era starts with a 1-0 victory. Right now it's about results, and a result is what we've got today. So that's what we'll take. Whew. Whew. Oh, there's a late goal at Ellen Road as well, wasn't there? Oh, late goal at Ellen Road. Unbelievable. Anyway, guys, look, I'm going to be on the match reaction with DJ in about 5 minutes or so. It might be a little bit late. I might be a little bit late because we've overrun quite a bit here. But we will get there. We will get there. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for joining us for the match view today. As I mentioned, I'll be on with DJ in about 5 minutes or so. So be sure to check that out. You'll be redirected. As soon as this stream ends, you'll be going straight over to DJ and myself. I will speak to you again very, very soon. 3 points for Manchester United. We'll take it. Speak to you again soon.